My name is Sam, and you may know me from other wonderful videos such as Grand Conspirator of Learning, The Way of the Skunk and Skunk Works, Haynes, How to Get a Man to Read a Baby Manual. Anyhow, this video is about sharing some of the key learnings that I had last week designing e-learning. It was a very important week because I think we pushed the envelope on a number of things to support our claims colleagues in understanding what kinds of options they have available to them. We pulled an e-learning together that actually integrated recordings, videos, embedding an audio throughout most of the clips, importing PowerPoint graphics and using hotspots on them, and also branching technology as well as inserting activities. You'll know that one of the things that we're trying to do in my organization right now is that we're trying to shift towards more blended learning that's non-linear and more interactive. For information on blended learning, please watch my other video on SAM, Reflections of Guitar Learning. In terms of the interactive and the non-linear, that's actually what I really want to spend some time talking today a little bit about. With non-linear, I think a lot of the time when we design e-learning, instructional designers and learners are probably thinking that we're going to have learning that is kind of very slide-based, moves from one slide to the next, and some people would call it like PowerPoint on steroids. And it's actually a very easy temptation to fall into, particularly when you can import PowerPoint directly into an e-learning tool like uPerform. But I think what we need to do when it comes to nonlinear is to use PowerPoint not so much to guide the learning from a slide-based perspective, but to use it to embed interactive visuals that you can then kind of put hotspots onto. A lot of you will be familiar with VARK, and this is kind of, VARK is about how learners have different styles. Some of them are visual, the V in VARK, A, audio, so they listen, they learn best when they listen, R, reading, and K, kinesthetic. And my belief is that for e-learning to be successful, you need to engage all of those senses, not just one. And so by using PowerPoint to insert a visual and then using the hotspotting for people to click on to learn more, you're actually engaging, for example, the visual and the kinesthetic. In terms of audio, you do have the ability to embed audio clips, MP3 recordings, that allow you to provide context and better kind of description or explanation beyond reading. And I think this is one of the really important things. A lot of early e-learning design tended to just read out in an audio form what was actually on the slide, and that's actually not what you want. What you want is more context and description around that. In terms of interactive, branching and activities are a great way to get some of that interaction. So branching is where the learner can actually choose their path based on what they select. So you'll notice, for example, in one of the e-learnings I designed, learners have options at a number of different points where they can say, okay, I want to learn more about uPerform, or I want to learn more about other learning tools. And which learning tools. So they're actually able to select a kind of a path and go down a certain path and then come back if they want. So it allows for that choice based on interest. As well, in terms of the hotspots and inserting kind of pop-up boxes, people are actually able to click on that and read more if they're interested. But like if you're, for example, short on time and the learner doesn't really care necessarily about a particular area, they can choose or opt not to. So I think in short, what we really want to be driving with these new e-learning tools that we have is being able to create interactive, non-linear learning that we can then blend with other learning options.